Hello. In this video, we're going to really focus on learning to read and the letters and the sounds that each letter makes. And as you know, obviously, as you help your child learn how to read, and as your child learns how to read in school, he or she will really be focusing on the sounds that each letter makes. You'll teach your child the letters, and it's not just the letters of the alphabet that you'll need to teach them, but you'll also need to teach them how to sound out each letter and the basic sounds that each letter will make. And eventually, as your child goes through the first 2 years of school, that's what they'll be focusing on. They'll be focusing on the fundamental sounds that each letter makes, as well as putting letters together and putting those sounds together to read and to make words. So what you'll find in the attached document on our website is a document that has for you flashcards for all the letters in the alphabet, and what we'll focus on now is the basic fundamental sounds that each letter makes. For instance, for the vowels, we'll focus on the short vowel sound first, and then for each consonant, we'll focus on the fundamental sound that those consonants make. As you move on to further lessons, you'll find when you put certain letters together, they make different sounds, and we'll focus on that for further lessons. So as you see and take a look at this document here and this screenshot, you'll see that the letter A, obviously, the fundamental sound for the letter A is apple. And as you go through each of these letters, we'll give you the fundamental sounds that you can use to help your child learn how to read and to reinforce where he or she may be learning in school. And what you can simply do at home is print out this document, cut up the flashcards, and use the sound card that goes with each letter and help your child learn how to read. So for A, the letter A, as in apple, is the sound that you'll focus on. For apple. And what you'll eventually be able to do is you'll be able to set out the flashcards along with the sound card that goes with each letter and be able to read with your child. So as you practice with this, eventually you'll be able to go bag, and put those sounds together for your child. So B for ball, A for apple, and G for gold. The bag will help you sound out with your child. Or ed. So you'll be able to actually cut up these cards, lay them out on the table on the floor with your child, put the corresponding sound card there, and help your child learn how to read. So let's move on as we talk about the fundamental sounds that each letter makes. So for B, as in ball, focus on B. For the letter C, focus on k as in can. K, that first sound, k, is what you want for the letter C. For D, as in dog. D is the sound that you want to focus on for D. D. For the letter E, as in egg. Is the sound you want to focus on. For the letter F, as in fork. For F. For the letter G, as in gold. Gold for G. For the letter H, as in hat. Hat. For H. For the letter I, as in igloo. Is what you want to focus on. For the letter J, as in jar. For the letter K, as in kite. So here's another example of how you can put these sounds together that we just wanted to make words. And for your child, you want to take your time and focus on each letter to really get them to understand it. But then as you go through it, you can put out these letters and the sound cards that correspond with these letters and say kid. Kid. You read the word kid. Had. This is a perfect way to help your child learn how to read and really become accustomed to the sounds that each letter makes. So let's move on. For the letter L, as in light. For light. L. For the letter M, as in mop. Mop. For the letter N, as in net. For the letter O, as in October. For the letter P, as in pot. For the letter Q, as in quilt. Many times you'll find that the letter Q is actually coupled with QU in the English language. So quilt is a good way to learn the sound for the letter Q. Qu, as in quilt. Qu. For the letter R, R, as in rain. R. For the letter S, S, as in sun. S. For the letter T, T, as in tie. T. For the letter U, as in up. For the letter V, V, as in van. V. And what you'll find is you can obviously then put together the sounds that you just went over with your child. You can go all the way back to the beginning of the alphabet and start to put together the sounds that your child has really learned. So for C, k, p, cup, or even someone's name that you may know, Tom. This is a great way to help your child learn how to read. And for the letter W, W, as in water. W. For the letter X, now this is an interesting letter because X a lot of times will come at the end of a word, especially the words that your child is learning at the very beginning of learning how to read. So you think about the word box and the sound x, x. It's almost like the same sound that you make when you say the word rocks or socks. The letter X says x, as in box. So focus on x for X. For the letter Y, y, as in yellow. Y. For the letter Z, z, as in zip. Z. So these are the fundamental sounds, the basic sounds of the letters of the alphabet. What you can do is work with your child, kind of sit down, cut out these sound cards, cut out the flashcards, and work with your child and help your child learn to read.